Conor Benn and Eubank, both pretty big names, but Conor going up 2 weight divisions really to take that fight. You're smiling. So what's your take on that one?
I'm just smiling because I met Conor Benn and he's a cool ass dude.
He is.
He's very cool. Everybody talk about how mean he is, but every time I ran into him, he was always a really cool dude. He always showed me good energy. With that fight, I think that's a hard task just because of Chris Eubank. He's a guy with subtle boxing skills. You ain't really noticing how good he is, but he's a pretty good fighter.
Welcome to the Ring Magazine podcast. I'm Chris Mannix, joined by the 3-division world champion Shakur Stevenson. 2024 was a tough year for you for a lot of reasons, I'm sure. You had the hand injury during that year, only got 1 fight in during that year, split with your promoter during that year. I mean, was it the toughest year, would you say, of your career?
It was crazy. It definitely was the toughest year as far as boxing. But as far as life, honestly, I think it was a good year for me just because me and my family kind of got closer. And we already super close, but it's everybody get closer when everybody start, the right people come around when people start hating. So
that's always true, right?
Sure.
when things are down, you know who your friends are.
For sure.
But professionally speaking, how frustrating was it for you to kind of be going through everything that you were going through?
I think it was more so hard mentally. Mentally for me, I think I kind of made it more harder than it should have been. And I think now, my mental is a lot stronger now than it was back then.
Why?
I think experience. Experience is your best teacher, and I think God made that stuff happen for me to go through it. I ain't gonna say he turned the world against me, but he turned the people that were supposed to be against me against me. So now it's I'm stronger. I'm not worried. There's nothing else you could say to me no more. What is the worst thing somebody could say to Shakur? They already said every single thing.
That's pretty impressive to have that in your mid-20s. They already have that covered. They've said everything that they could possibly say.
It's nothing else. That's what I had to learn. There's nothing else you can say. I done heard it all.
More disappointed about a fight you didn't get yet. Tank Davis or Vasiliy Lomachenko?
Lomachenko definitely more disappointing. With Tank, I always knew with him being a big superstar, it's gonna happen on his time. It ain't gonna be on my time. So I'm gonna call for it. I'm gonna say his name. However, he could get mad. How he get mad, but truthfully, it's on his time. Whenever he say let's fight. With the Loma fight, I kind of looked up to Lomachenko. I'll be honest. I had a certain look up to Lomachenko to where he was that guy for me. So for him to really be on some duck, he really don't want to fight me. It just kind of make me look at him just a little bit different. But truthfully, I still think he had a hell of a career. He's a legend. But I still think he dug me.
Has your opinion changed on that at all, given that he doesn't know if he's going to come back at all? He could have had the Tank fight and walked away from it. That's real money he could have had, real opportunity. Did that sway your opinion at all about was he still ducking? Was he not ducking? Or maybe he just doesn't want it anymore?
I mean, it just depends because the only thing that didn't make sense about it is the fact that he went and got the IBF belt. So he went and won the title, and I ain't just sitting with the title holding it. For what reason? If you're not planning on ever making the fight, you're not showing no lack of motivation to be in a sport. What are you doing, bro? What is going on, bro? Just drop the belt, vacate, retire. Why haven't it been Lomachenko has retired? Okay, we cool. You had a hell of a career, champ. Congrats. That's what it will be.
Lomachenko may retire. Tank says he is retiring at the end of this year. Do you believe that?
Nah, hell no. Nah. But I mean, it sounds good. It sounds good to the public. So I get it.
Why do you get it?
Because boxing lame, bro. It's a lame business. Truthfully, I respect it at times. I respect the sport, but I don't respect the business at times because there's a lot of favoritism and lot of fake stuff going on. It's not like all real stuff going on. So truthfully, I kind of get it in a certain way.
What's some of that, an example of the fake stuff that's bothered you over the years?
Promoters. Promoters, like no disrespect. I like Eddie though. I'd say that like far as he one of the most hands-on promoter that I've ever seen. But like promoters in general is just like fake. Like it's not a real thing. Like they don't. It's a business. So I get it. It's a business, but you know they try to make you feel as though they care about you. We love you, and that shit fake. That shit fake as hell.
Your friend Keyshawn Davis picked up his piece of the 135-pound title. I saw some top-ranked people saying, no way ever will Keyshawn and Shakur ever fight. And I respect that. You guys are close. But at some point, if you're two guys that are at the top of their games in these weight classes, what would it take for Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis to fight?
I feel bad for y'all. Like, I feel bad for the public. Because, like, we always knew, like, this day was going to come. Like, we always knew, like, when we go in gyms, Keyshawn was with me every day. We used to go in gyms and beat everybody up. Like, beat this guy up, beat this, no matter who it was, from, like, the best guys to, we beat them all up. And we always knew that we was going to be in a situation one day where the world would want to see us fight. Like, we was going to be the best. So, I do feel bad for the public, but to answer your question, like...
Wait, what do you feel bad for the public? That we're not going to see it? Or what do you...
Yeah, like, y'all not going to get a chance to watch, like... A hell of a fight with two guys that is unbelievable when it comes to, like, boxing skills. And, you know, honestly, y'all probably never see it. But truthfully, you know, one day we'll probably spar or something.
That's not the same thing. Nobody wants to see that. They want to see the two. Like there's a you can see it. And Keyshawn has been brilliant. The fact that he beats a guy like Baranchik, 12 fights into his pro career was remarkable. And beat him that way. Like that's back-to-back fights.
Always knew this.
Like really impressive. The strength he showed and the power. But there could be a point in the next 2 years where you guys are both like top 5 pound for pound guys, top 7 pound for pound guys. At some point, if you're in that range and you're both like title holders, you can't keep holding titles in the same weight classes and not fight each other.
I think we could have a time in a certain years to come that it's gonna be 1 and 2 or 1 and 1 fighting for the number one spot in the pound for pound list.
Yeah, and then you have to fight.
But I mean, Keyshawn gonna get bigger. Yeah. Like, I really think like Keyshawn gonna grow to like 40, 47, and me, I'm stuck where I'm at.
You think 40 maybe max out at? Do you think
I mean, 40 will just be the jump for like, if I feel like going there, but like my body ain't growing no more.
Yeah.
35 is like where I'm most comfortable. I done went up 3 divisions already. Like 40 would just be on some like, okay, whatever. But I'll let him go run at 40 first. And when he move up to 47, I'll probably go to 40. So
great. We'll sell tickets to a sparring session. That should be
we got y'all one day.
That should be a lot of fun to watch. You know, in the aftermath of Keyshawn's fight, Teofimo Lopez's name came up because he pulled that stunt during fight week in New York. And Keyshawn said afterwards he wasn't going to fight Teofimo. He didn't want to fight him. And that surprised me a little bit because, you know, your natural instinct is to think that, hey, this guy did that. I'm going to go kick his butt. What did you think of what Keyshawn said? And as someone in and around that weight, would you ever fight Teofimo?
I'll fight him for sure.
Okay.
I'll fight him just because Teo is just like this big-headed guy who thinks he's above all. And I don't think that he should feel that way. But that would be my reason for fighting him. I get why Keyshawn said he wouldn't fight him. I think it's more so like being petty. Like, okay, you going to be starving now. Like, nobody, bro, you're not going to make that much money unless you fight the big fights when it comes to Teo. So I think, truthfully, Keyshawn is like being petty. Like, I bet you want to. Because you, like, the stuff that he's doing is like, bro, you clout chasing using racism. Like, racism. You shouldn't do that and know, like, what are you doing, bro? Clout not that serious, bro. Like, it ain't never been that serious. So, truthfully, I get why Keyshawn said that, but me, I'll punch him that dude.
That surprised you that he did that? You were a stablemate of Teofimo for a long time.
I think, like, that's not even Teo. Like, I done met Teo, like, since, like, a youngster. I didn't never think Teo was, like, a racist or none of that. But truthfully now, I think, like, he just trolling with it and he thinks that it's funny or something cool to troll with. But, like, bro, That's not cool. Like, that's not nothing you should be doing, bro. Like, that clout ain't that serious, bro. You should not try to build your name up off of being a racist, bro. Like, that's lame as hell.
Yeah. All right, I want to get your take on a couple of the Ring Magazine cards that are coming up over the next few months. Two guys that are in and around kind of your weight class. The Conor Benn, Chris Eubank fight over in the UK. Conor Benn and Eubank, both pretty big names, but Conor going up 2 weight divisions, really, to take that fight. You're smiling. So what do you what's your take on that one?
I'm just smiling because, like, I met Conor Benn. Like, he a cool ass dude.
He is.
Like, he's very cool. Like,
Yeah.
everybody talk about how mean he is, but like every time I ran into him, he was always like a really cool dude. He always showed me like good energy. But truthfully, with that fight, I think that's a hard task just because of Chris Eubank. He's like a guy with subtle boxing skills. Like, you ain't really noticing how like good he is, but he's a pretty good fighter. So I think it's a hard task. Good luck to Conor. I can't really give you an answer on how the fight will go, but I'm rooting for Conor Benn.
I want to see if he can take the punch at that weight. Like, I don't think Eubank is a huge knockout puncher, but I think he's a good puncher.
Yeah.
At 160. And Conor hasn't really fought punchers yet, like Chris Algieri's, Adrian Granados, Samuel Vargas, like good fighters, but not knockout guys. I'm curious to see about that one. And the other one is the fight that is being at least planned for right now in September.
Before you start though,
okay,
we gotta commend them guys who's willing to jump up 2 weight classes and take them type of risks. So I respect it, and I want to commend them for that too.
But we're about to do that exact same thing because in September, your guy, Terrence Crawford, being planned to face Canelo Alvarez. And I give Terrence, and I've said this many times this week, like, he's going to get paid for it, and that's what you're in the game for. But I give him a lot of respect because he could have stayed at 54, fought some fights, made good money. Instead, he's going to jump up 2 weight classes and take on a guy that's still arguably the best at 168 pounds. When you first heard about this idea, when you first heard about it, what did you think of this idea of Bud going up to 68 to fight Canelo?
I ain't gonna lie. I've been putting it out since, I want to say, when he fought Sean Porter. Like, back then, if you go watch, it's an interview out there. I had said I think that Terrence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez right after he fought Sean Porter. So the idea, I've been thinking about it. I've been saying it before Bud even was saying it.
Why were you saying it then? Like, that was a few years ago? Was he 160 or 168 at that point? But why did you believe then that was the right fight?
Because I just knew, like, as far as in that weight class, Terrence Crawford is like the greatest. So I just feel as though with Canelo's style and like the style of boxing that he got, I think and this is before Bivol did it, but I thought like Terrence Crawford was the only guy who I felt as though could have beat Canelo with his style.
So tell me if you think I'm wrong here. Like, I might have been more confident after the Spence fight when he threw a lot of right hands in that fight, was aggressive. Against Madrimov, he didn't throw a lot of right hands in that fight. And I've been saying for years that the only way to beat Canelo Alvarez, throw right hands. Gennady Golovkin did it, almost beat him. Probably should have beat him the first time around. Dmitry Bivol did it in their fight. Other guys tend to try to jab him to death. I don't think you can win fights.
I was about to say, I disagree with you.
That's not surprising at all. Like,
I felt like GGG, Bivol, Floyd, I thought all of them had a great jab.
Okay.
Like, I thought all of them had a great jab. I thought Bivol jab was insane. I thought Triple G jab was amazing too.
Yeah, that's his. Yeah, I just think he also wasn't afraid though to let the right hand go afterwards. Like, Kovalev was throwing jabs the entire night, just jabs against Canelo. I think at some point
was a different version of like Kovalev. Like, we're gonna be honest, it wasn't the same.
You're right.
Kovalev after he fought Andre Ward. That's what I think. But I think Bud is a southpaw. I think that's the part that kind of that's underestimated about the fight. I think him being a southpaw makes it a little harder for Canelo. I think Canelo has some type of trouble with southpaws when I watched him fight John Ryder. John Ryder, and John Ryder wasn't that good. It's just Canelo was fighting against the southpaw, and it made it a little bit harder than usual. But with the Madrimov fight, I just felt like Madrimov is a good fighter, and stylistically, he's a lot different than Canelo.
Yeah, I look massive credit for doing it. that is going to be such a big event. And I think he's got more than enough skill to do it. Just like, how does he handle the power of Canelo? Like, that's real. The guy still hits like a mule, man. The guy is really strong.
How does Canelo handle the power of Bud?
Well, if he throws the right, that's what I'm saying. Like, if Bud lets his hands go, then
it ain't just the right.
Well, Canelo's also got a great chin too. Like,
I mean,
we've seen him hit by a lot of big guys.
I get you. I'm just saying, when Bud hit him, is he just gonna walk forward and take the punches? Like, I just don't know. I done seen Bud hurt heavyweights, so I don't know.
I'm glad to end this with us agreeing on nothing as usual. Sure, I do appreciate, but I do appreciate your time.
I got you.